एवरीवन, आज हम स्टोरी करेंगे रंगाज मैरिज स्नैपशॉट बुक से, जो कि 11th क्लास CBSE का है। एंड दिस स्टोरी हैज़ बिन रिटन बाय मस्ती वेंकटेशा अयंगर। दिस इज़ एक्चुअली द स्टोरी ऑफ अ पर्सन नेम्ड Ranga who had been educated. He was the only educated person in the village, and he was an accountant's son. And when he returns back to his village from the city of Bangalore, then all of the crowd, they surround him, and then what happens further, how his marriage ceremony takes place, which girl does he choose, and so on. Let's see that. When you see this title, some of you may ask, Ranga's marriage? Why not Ranganatha Vivaha or Ranganatha Vijaya? Well, yes, I know I could have used some other mouth-filling one like Jagannatha Vijaya or Girija Kalyana. But then this is not about Jagannath's victory or Girija's wedding. It's about our own Ranga's marriage, and hence no fancy title. Hosahalli is our village. Now here the author is asking us that most of you must be thinking, ये Ranga's marriage ये टाइटल क्यों रखा गया है? Why not keep a title like Girija Kalyana or Jagannath Vivaha or Ranganatha Vijaya? So the author says this is not about any victory of Ranganatha or a marriage of Girija, but it is a simple story of a person, Ranga, who lived in his own village, and his village name is Hosahalli. You must have heard of it, no? What a pity, but it is not your fault. There is no mention of it in any geography book. Those sahibs in England writing in English probably do not know that such a place exists, and so make no mention of it. So he says that even if you do not know about this village, it's not a problem, because most of the people have not mentioned in the map of geography even this tiny village. So our own people too forget about it. You know how it is. They are like a flock of sheep. One sheep walks into a pit, the rest blindly follow it. So he says even ये तो इंग्लैंड के लोगों का था कि इंग्लिश साहिब्स ने मैप में नहीं डाला, बट हमारे हिंदुस्तानी लोग भी, द इंडियंस ऑल्सो, दे फॉरगेट मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम अबाउट सच टाइनी विलेजेस, बिकॉज दे आर लाइक अ फ्लॉक ऑफ शीप. इफ वन शीप फॉल्स इनटू अ पिट, द अदर ऑल्सो फॉलो इट विदाउट सीइंग दैट यहाँ पर गड्ढा है, हमें नहीं गिरना चाहिए, बट ऑल ऑफ देम दे ब्लाइंडली फॉलो दैट शीप. When both the sahibs in England and our own geographers have not referred to it, you cannot expect the poor cartographer to remember to put it on the map, can you? And so there is not even the shadow of our village on any map. So here the author further explains that since both the Indians as well as the English have not mentioned anything about this village, so even the cartographer is a person who draws maps, who you can say picturizes each and every place on the map also. So that cartographer also is not at fault. He also does not know about the village, because none of them have mentioned even a tiny dot of this village on the map. Sorry, I started somewhere and then went off in another direction. If the state of Mysore is to Bharatvarsha, what sweet Karigadabbu is to a festival meal, then Hosahalli is to Mysore state what the filling is to Karigadabbu. So he says that if we consider that Mysore represents a state in Bharatvarsh, similarly a sweet which was known as Karigadabbu, which is a South Indian fried sweet. It is given in the word meaning at the bottom also. That is filled with coconut and sugar. So if that is a festive meal, then Hosahalli is actually just like Mysore only. What I have said is absolutely true. Believe me, I will not object to your questioning it, but I will stick to my opinion. I am not the only one who speaks glowingly of Hosahalli. We have a doctor in our place. His name is Gunda Bhatta. He agrees with me. He has been to quite a few places. No, not England. If anyone knows him whether he has been there, he says, "No, Annaya, I have left that to you. Running around like a flea pestered dog is not for me. I have seen places in my time though." As a matter of fact, he has seen many. So he says that I am not the only person who is telling that Hosahali is a good village and it is just like Mysore, because there is a doctor in his village who is known as Gunda Bhatta, and he also has visited many places. So that doctor has also visited Hosahali, and the doctor says that he has not been to England or any such foreign countries, but yet he has visited many places in India. We have some mango trees in our village. Come visit us and I will give you a raw mango from one of them. Do not eat it, just take a bite. The soreness is sure to go straight to your Brahmarandhra. I once asked one such fruit home and a chutney was made out of it. All of us ate it. The cough was suffered from after that. It was when I went for the cough medicine that the doctor told me about the special quality of the fruit. So here the author says that they have a mango tree in their village. So if sometimes we happen to visit that village, he says that I will give you one raw mango, that is the kacha aam, and do not eat it, just take a simple bite of it. The soreness will move around your Brahmarandhra. Brahmarandhra is somewhere here at the back of your head. Because a child when takes birth, then the soul of that child enters to the Brahmarandhra only. So he says that it will go straight to your Brahmarandhra, and he said that once I asked that such a fruit, and the people, they made a chutney out of it. So all of them ate in his family, and all of them had to suffer from cough after that. So when he went to visit a doctor to take a medicine for the cough, the doctor told him the special quality of that fruit. Just as mango is special, so is everything else around our village. We have a creeper growing in ever so fine water of village pond. Its flowers are a feast to behold. Get 2 leaves from the creeper when you go to the pond for your bath, and you will not have to worry about not having leaves on which to serve the afternoon meal. You will say I am rambling. It is always like that when the subject of our village comes up. But enough, if any one of you would like to visit us, drop me a line. I will let you know where a Hosahali is and what things are like here. The best way of getting to know a place is to visit it. Don't you agree? So he says that just as mango is special in our village, similarly everything is special in our village. Especially he mentions about the creepers. Creepers which grow so fine on the water of the pond. And he says that the flowers of that creeper are so beautiful to behold. Behold means to look at, to stare at. You can stare it completely. And you can get 2 leaves from that creeper when you go to take bath. And then you will not have to worry that I do not have the leaves for eating food on. Because as we all know that South Indians, they eat food on the this banana leaves or any kind of leaf which is big in shape. Now here the author says that maybe we will think as an audience or as a reader that the author is exaggerating things. But it is not so. He says that if you definitely would like to visit our village, then it is better that you drop me a line and I'll tell you about it. And to know anything about a place is the best thing is to visit that place, so that you come to know personally all the things. What I'm going to tell you is something what happened 10 years ago. We did not have many people who knew English then. Our village accountant was the first one who had enough courage to send his son to Bangalore to study. It is different now. So now the author comes to the point. He says that I am telling you a story of a person around 10 years back. In our village there was no one who knew English. It was only the accountant of his village who gathered a courage and sent his son for further studies to Bangalore. There are many who know English, and and during the holidays you come across them on every street talking in English. So he says that now the situations have changed. Now nearly everybody knows English in their village. So even if you pass by through a street, you will find that 2 or 3 people are talking in English. Those days we did not speak in English, nor did we bring English words while talking in Kannada. So you see that 10 years back, when we used to talk, we did not even know a single word of English, so we used to speak only in Kannada. What has happened is disgraceful, believe me. The other day, I was in Rama Rao's house when they bought a bundle of firewood. Rama Rao's son came out to pay for it. He asked the woman, "How much should I give you?" 4 pies, she said. The boy told her he did not have any change and asked her to come the next morning. The poor woman did not understand the English word change and went away muttering to herself. I too did not know. Later, when I went to Ranga's house and asked him, I understood what it meant. So he said that something disgraceful also happens when you speak to people who do not know English. Once what happened was when he was in Rama Rao's house, the author was in Rama Rao's house, and a firewood was taken up by a woman and left at his place. She was waiting for the money to be paid to her. Then Rama Rao's son, he came out and he said that he did not have the change. Now change was an English word which she did not understand. She thought something else and she muttered and went away. Even the author did not know the meaning of the word change. So when he visited Ranga's house and asked him, then only he came to know what was the meaning of change. This priceless commodity, the English language, was not so widespread in our village a decade ago. That was why Ranga's homecoming was a great event. People rushed to his doorstep announcing, "The accountant's son has come." The boy who had gone to Bangalore for his studies is here, it seems. And come, Ranga is here. Let's go and have a look. Now the author says that this priceless commodity, English language, was not easy to be understood by people 10 years ago. Decade means 10 years. So when Ranga had returned back from Bangalore after his completion of his studies, every villager had gathered around his house and everybody was calling out that, "Come here, the accountant's son has come back. Let's have a look at him." Attracted by the crowd, I too went and stood in the courtyard and asked, why have all these people come? There is no performing monkey here. Now when the author he saw so many people, he asked that why are the people gathered over here? There is no monkey show over here. A boy, a fellow without any brains, said, loud enough for everyone to hear, "What are you doing here then?" A youngster, immature and without any manners, thinking that all these things were now of the past, I kept quiet. Now one of the boys, he shouted, he did not have any manners. From among that crowd, the boy shouted that, "If nothing is happening here, then why are you standing here?" He was a mannerless boy, a very young boy, and now the author says that when I think about it, that was a past, I kept quiet. Seeing so many people there, Ranga came out with a smile on his face. Had we all gone inside, the puncture should have turned into what people call the black hole of Calcutta. Thank God it did not. Everyone was surprised to see that Ranga was the same as he had been 6 months ago. Seeing so many people there, Ranga came out with a smile. So when he saw so many people, he came out of his house smiling and seeing that people have come to visit him. Thank God it did not. Actually, it was so much crowd of the people standing over there. It looked like black hole of Calcutta, where so many prisoners were put into one place together. But thankfully, it did not happen at that time. Everyone was surprised to see that Ranga was the same. as he had been 6 months ago, when he had first left our village. An old lady who was near him ran her hand over his chest, looked into his eyes and said, "The Janevar is still there, he hasn't lost his caste." She went away soon after that. Ranga laughed. Now what happened that people were thinking कि 6 months ago also he looked the same and now also he is looking the same. Then an old woman who was standing beside him, she came close to him. She put her hands on his chest and looked into his eyes and then said that okay, the Janeu is also there, is still there. That means he has kept his caste, he has not lost his caste. Then she went away and Ranga laughed at this. Once they realized that Ranga still had the same hands, legs, eyes, nose, the crowd melted away. When the crowd, they saw that अरे इसके तो हाथ पाँव और फेस वगैरह सब वैसे ही है, they all started dispersing. Like a lump of sugar in a child's mouth, I continued to stand there, but the author was standing there continuously. After everyone had gone, I asked, "How are you, Rangappa? Is everything well with you?" It was only then that Ranga noticed me. He came near me and said, and did a namaskar respectfully, saying, "I am all right with your blessings." So when everyone had gone away, the author started conversation with Ranga and said that, "How are you, Rangappa? Is everything fine?" Ranga at that time had noticed that the author was standing and he did a namaskar in respect and said that I am fine with your blessings. I must draw your attention to this aspect of Ranga's character. He knew when it would be to his advantage to talk to someone and rightly assessed people's worth. As for his namaskar to me, he did not do it like any present day boy, with his head up towards the sun, standing stiff like a pole without joints, jerking his body as if it was either a wand or a walking stick. Nor did he merely fold his hands, he bent low to touch my feet. "May you get married soon," I said, blessing him. After exchanging a few pleasantries, I left. Now, his namaskar, Ranga's namaskar, was not an ordinary namaskar that's standing like facing the sun and then doing like this, and as if he didn't want to bow down, as if it is a stick. His body is a stick and didn't want to bow down more. Actually, he did in a very pleasant way. He, you can say, bowed in front of him on his feet. He lay down on his feet and he touched his feet as if doing a namaskar. So this was a very good manners of Ranga. As we do now, we touch the feet of our parents. So similarly, he bowed in order to touch his feet. And then the author, he gave him a blessing that may you get married soon. Then after exchanging some few pleasant words with each other, the author left. That afternoon when I was resting, Ranga came to my house with a couple of oranges in his hand. A generous, considerate fellow. It would be a fine thing to have him marry, settle down, and be of service to society, I thought. Now, that very afternoon, Ranga visited his house and he brought some oranges for him. And this was a generous visit. The author was quite impressed and he thought in his mind that he is a very good fellow, and it is a fine thing to have him married and let him settle down and do a service to the society. For a while we talked about this and that. Then I came to the point, "Rangappa, when do you plan to get married?" "I'm not going to get married now," he said. "Why not?" "I need to find the right girl. I know an officer who got married only 6 months ago. He is about 30 and his wife is 25, I am told. They will be able to talk lovingly to each other. Let's say I married a very young girl. She may take my words spoken in love as words spoken in anger. Recently, a troupe in Bangalore staged the play Shakuntala. There is no question of Dushyant falling in love with Shakuntala if she were young, like the present day bride is there. What would have happened to Kalidas' play? If one gets married, it should be to a girl who is mature. Otherwise, one should remain a bachelor. That's why I'm not marrying her." So after talking a while about this and that things, the author finally asked Ranga that when are you going to get married? He said that I'm not going to get married now. Then the author asked him the reason, and then he told that the reason is that about 6 months ago, one of the officers whom he knows, he had got married with a girl of 25 years and he himself is 30 years. So I consider that if I marry to a young girl, a very young girl, younger to me, that means around 10 to 12 years, if I speak some words of love to her, she will consider that those words are of anger. So it would create a mishap in the marriage also. And then he says that in Shakuntala, I saw a play in Bangalore of Shakuntala. What would have happened if Dushyant would have fallen in love to Shakuntala when she was very young? Then what would have happened? Then he finally tells his decision that I want to marry a girl who is mature, who can understand things what I talk to her. So it's better that instead of marrying a very young girl, I remain a bachelor. Is there any other reason? A man should marry a girl he admires. What we have now are arranged marriages. How can one admire a girl with milk stains on one side of her face and wetness on other, or so young that she doesn't even know how to bite her fingers? Then the author said that any other reason apart from this. Then Ranga said that a man should marry a girl whom he admires. The girl should be such that she can understand things. It's useless to get married to a girl who is having milk on one side of her face and other side it is wet, either with urine or whatever, or to a girl who even doesn't know how to bite her nails. So it's not a good marriage if I marry such a girl. One a neem fruit, the other a bitter gourd. Exactly, Ranga said la. Then the author said, okay, the one who were you talking about having milk and wetness is a neem and the other a bitter gourd. Ek to neem, dusra neem karela. Like people say, I do not know that entire slogan, but you people must have known. So Ranga agreed, yes, exactly, I want to say that. I was distressed that the boy who I thought would make a good husband had decided to remain a bachelor. After chatting for a little longer, Ranga left. I made up my mind right then that I would get him married. Now hearing this, the author was quite distressed. He was in tension that I was thinking that he would make a good husband and now he has decided not to get married. So after a while when they had chatted and Ranga had gone away, the author he made up a plan. Now what was that plan? We'll see that. We'll see this in the next video. Till then, see this first part of the video and we'll soon come up with the second. Thank you.